Hello everybody, welcome back to How to Renovate. I'm Tyler Fever and we're at the Shady Lane project again. As you can see, we're standing in a big hole. We've had the excavation done, the trees are gone, and as you can see behind me, we've got the forms up for the front of the house. This is going to be that garage addition I keep talking about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly walk you through what the forms do, their purpose, quickly how we put them up, and we'll take you kind of through step by step. So as you can see, this is going to be the entrance to the garage. This is where the overhead door will be for the cars. On both sides, front and back, what we have a larger footing. You can see how it's been boxed out. And why this is because this will eventually carry a load for the beam that is going to go over top of the garage door, and it also carries a girder, which is going to go basically from front to back of the garage. And what that does is it carries the end of the trusses. Because we're having a stairwell here, we need a girder, and then above that will be attic trusses. I know that's a lot to take in, but I'll show you that when we get there. So you can see why this is boxed out. This is what the engineer now calls for. You can see how much rebar is in there. Again, that is an engineer scope. So we've got all the bars all crossed in there. That's going to give the concrete strength. And then basically what we have inside is our foundation wall. Again, there's I think 4 pieces, 2 in the middle and then 2 on top, which are tied back into the house. You can see they're drilled in. So this is going to tie the whole structure into the house footing as well. And then basically this all gets filled up with concrete. The footings all get filled up with concrete, and then basically once it's set, we can come back and strip all our forms. This is the block out for where the garage door is going to go. Now all they're calling for right now is this footing to run underneath the garage door. We'll bring this up to the proper level once we start pouring and backfilling the slab, which is going to go into the garage, which will have a slope from the back wall to the front wall. Then we can form this and pour it when the slab goes in. So coming to this side of the garage, this is the opposite side of the garage door. Again, we have one of those larger footings. This one is a little bit smaller than the other side because it's only carrying the weight of the beam that's going above the garage door. Now you can see we're quite deep as far as grade goes. This footing will all be buried, so our actual floor, or the ground grade, will probably be up about this high once it's all backfilled, and then we'll have the garage slab, which will be up probably about the same height. The driveway will come in and meet the slab. So we do have to put a lot of dirt from this pile back into this hole to regrade it, but you have to take out more, get the footings in, and then put it back in to level it all off. As you can see, the rest of the walls for the garage footings, they're all about the same size. The footing itself is 24 inches wide for the inside, and the walls are about 2 feet high. This is pretty much standard because we're just going on grade here. We're not putting a basement or anything in. This is all we need to do. And as you can see on the other side, it lines up perfectly with the house. That house footing and foundation will come around and all be the same level. We have the existing house foundation, the existing house footing. This is all going to tie in together, and as you can see, we've actually doweled in some of the rebar back into the house footing. So this will all tie it in again, just the same as the other side, and lock the whole thing together.